Azerbaijan. It's Pires of Brazil in the white judogi and Abbasov of Azerbaijan in blue. This is the #1 seed here, the Brazilian in the white judogi, and this is the under 50 kilo category now that we're watching. We saw one contest, the opening contest in the under 50 kilo category, and now we're going to stay here on mat number 1 and follow this through as the rounds progress.
Well, as I said before, we've seen maybe 5 out of the last 6 matches Ippon. We've seen about almost half of them by Newaza, so I would expect maybe the Brazilian could also show us something in the mats.
Well, one would hope so. I mean, we've got someone who's won their continental championships. We're not sure what the AZE is like, but, you know, Azerbaijan is a strong judo nation. It's a big sport there. It's a big sport, and they won't be sending any dead wood out here.
That was a decent Tomoe Nage attempt there by Blue.
So I think we've got, apart from the France-Japan matchup that we saw, I think we've now got probably the second best contest of the morning here from these youngsters. On paper,
yes.
This should be a good contest.
No score yet. Basically a minute burned off the clock. Now it was a decent entry. Didn't quite get all the way around. A little bit deeper. It looked like he was looking for a choke there. Oh, there we go. That was really nice. That was a good chance for White.
Sai Komi as well. Well, David was talking about moving from one phase to another.
Doesn't quite have the upper body turned around. Good idea.
Abbasov was able to turn out of that.
I like the way he looked like he wrapped his hand around his leg to prevent the body from being turned over there, the upper body. I don't necessarily like defensive judo, but that was a smart move.
3 scores on the board. Now they've put it back to 2. I was going to say 3 scores on the board. I only saw 2. 1 for the throw and then 1 for the Osai Komi. Pires is in danger at 2:13 of having, you know, thrown too much in too early. He's used up a lot of energy in half the contest, and the AZE isn't done, I'm sure. Just got to keep tight on this attempted shimiwaza. Slipped that one as well. He slipped off the throw, he slipped off the Osai Komi, and he slipped off the attempted shimiwaza.
So you're saying he's a bit slippery?
I think he might be slippery. Right. I wonder if they're going to put that back up to Wazari.
There we go. The scoreboard, there we go.
Okay, just 1 then.
Back at the 1 score here.
Yeah, I mean, the Osai Komi looked a little bit quick to get a Yuko on the board.
I thought so too.
He wasn't in there that long. Anyway, they've tidied that up now.
And you can see Blue looks a lot more aggressive. White's looking at the clock.
With 1:40. It's a bit early to be looking at the clock, pal.
Yep. Oh, just
stepped over it. Yep. That was neat. And now, that's the first time that I've seen Abbasov looking tired.
Yeah. He had a good position to,
exactly.
to get that Uchimata and just didn't.
He didn't have the strength there, did he?
No.
And so much so he ended up getting countered. Yeah.
I mean, Pires was able to burn some time off the clock with that Newaza.
He's going to have to give everything here now.
Could be an exciting last 45 seconds.
Hasn't been a bad little match.
No, it's.
He hasn't attacked, he hasn't moved, he's gathering himself.
I think they both look a little bit winded now.
Good effort.
Oh yes!
Yes! They've got to look at a score here. Got to look at a score here.
Blue's got to remember there's only one referee out there.
Yeah, well, there's a replay. This is right. Let's just slow it down. Let your team have a look. They've got the replay. Leave it to them. You don't have the benefit of the replay on in the middle of the mat. Your colleagues are watching the screen. They can have a look at it. Barbara's done the right thing here.
Counter, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's scored or not, we'll leave that up to the judges. But he looked fresh there when he popped that counter.
Yeah.
He looked like he found a second gear.
Right. Oh, and just Hajime. They were more concerned about telling the coach to keep quiet than looking at the score. He's going again. Time's running out. Oh, there's a bridge in there for me as well. You know, I like that. I like that for a score. He took control of the attempt from the Brazilian and ended up throwing him. The Brazilian had to bridge to get off his back.
Yep.
Perez is doing a score.
Perez is doing a fine job of burning the time off here.
Yeah. Almost got caught there again.
Yep.
He can't afford to work this. Just not enough time. He's been clever. He stood up. He's got to try and throw him. He's got to try and do this standing up. The 20 seconds left to go.
So what are you giving that? Yuko Wazari, that counter?
Yuko Wazari, it doesn't matter because the Brazilian still ends up winning.
Exactly.
But I'd like to hear the explanation for why there's no score at all.
Yeah, especially after looking at the video.
Yeah, I really liked it.
See, Perez is just turning
I
in.
might have called him for a drop there. Not going to happen now.
No. Good match, slightly controversial on that one move, but
yeah, very good. Enjoyed that. He gave it everything.
Absolutely.
Abbasov. Tough draw. We were saying, you know, these are the really tough ones, and continental champion and a good, strong judo nation, but couldn't come up with a score.
Yeah, you pull that in one of your first rounds, it's kind of tough.
Yeah. We're watching the under 50 kilo category. Pires of Brazil safely through to the third round. 3 rounds, a quarterfinal, a semi-final, a final.